Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here at the Asta River Cruise Expo for the third time. We're here in Amsterdam, and it really has been a blowout conference, sold out, and we have 12 river ships here, and one of them is right here. Pam Hoffey, who is the president of Avalon Waterways. And Avalon Waterways, as you must know, is a great brand, and they actually have two ships here. They have the Avalon Imagery 2, I think, and they have the Passion here. And we're going to talk to Pam about what's going on with Avalon Waterways today. She gave a great presentation yesterday to all of the travel advisors who were in the audience, and we're going to find out for all of you exactly what's happening with Avalon here on Insider Travel Report. Pam, first of all, great to see you. We do this all the time on every time at River Cruise Expo. We should do it more often at other places.
Yeah, no, it's always good to see you, James. Thanks so much for reaching out. It's great to be here with you.
Yeah, so we're here. Let's first of all talk about how many ships total does Avalon have today?
We have 14 here in Europe and one in Southeast Asia on the Mekong.
Okay, but then you're coming up. You got another ship coming in just the end of this month, right?
We do. We are adding the Avalon Algria, which will be sailing on the Douro. So it's our first entry onto the Douro in Portugal, selling incredibly well. We are almost sold out for the year. We would have been essentially sold out, but we were able to add 2 more cruises in November. So those still have a little bit of space. And honestly, if advisors are looking for 2025, that ship is almost half sold for 2025 already.
So get going on that one.
Well.
You got to get going on that one. But what are your top sellers really for the cruises that you do have now?
So the last few years, there's really been a trend on the Rhine as being super popular, and also France doing.
I heard that you were saying France, of Rhone and Seine, and all these, and Bordeaux, right?
Yes, and so that interest in France sparked us to add Bordeaux in 2025. So that's another new destination for us that we were really happy to introduce and talk about. You know, here at the Asta River Conference, it wasn't new here. It wasn't an announcement. We had just launched it about a month prior to this event. But I think for a lot of advisors, they hadn't heard about it yet until this event.
I guess I had written about it, but I didn't remember because, I mean, boy, it's a lot of people are going to that river. There's a lot more interest in France. I mean, everybody knows the Danube. They know the Rhine. And there are marvelous rivers. Everything is going well there. Last year, we were actually in Budapest on the Danube. But you guys have really expanded around. Now, talk about, because you did a survey and tried to find some trends of what people are looking for in travel and river cruising, right?
Yes, we actually do it at the end of the year, and it's really fun. We call it our wish list. So we do it around the holiday time and ask travelers, what they're looking forward to in the coming year. So who they're going to travel with, how they want to travel, where they want to go. And so along with the traditional favorites like Germany, Austria, Portugal definitely came out as a trend. So that confirmed our need to have a ship here on the Douro.
Sounds like you need another ship on the Douro, too.
Sounds like we might. So who knows? I'm not making any big announcements here on that.
Right now, Pam Hoffey says second ship on the Douro.
I wish.
Headline news, right?
Yes, not quite yet. And then France also came out very strong, and so that helped us in making the decision to add Bordeaux. And so along with that opportunity to sail in Bordeaux, we lined up the itinerary to where advisors can actually package that together, where their clients can do Bordeaux along with the Seine with us, or the Seine and the Rhone, so a 3-week sailing, or even the Seine and the Rhine. So, I mean, that is an incredible journey if you have somebody who's looking to really do an immersive trip here in Europe. So, that was the where. How they want to travel. Longer experiences is definitely a trend we're seeing, coming out of probably a lack of being able to travel for a few years, wanting to take more time here with rising airline prices. I think people are really staying longer, taking advantage of being here longer with higher air ticket pricing, and then who they want to travel with. It was typically we would hear my significant other, my partner, and now we're seeing a lot more of a trend toward traveling solo.
Yeah, I saw you mentioned that, and I think that is a major trend.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily mean single. Solo doesn't mean that the person is alone in terms of their life. They might actually have a partner, but they like to travel solo sometimes. And then also traveling with a group of family and friends. So again, I think this is, a new trend from, again, being isolated from your family and friends and wanting to check off those bucket list items with those people now.
No, so are you saying more? Are you seeing more families on board total? And what's kind of what do we constitute? Everything can constitute a family, but what are the kind of families you're seeing?
Yeah, so we are seeing more families. River cruising for us, we do allow children on board. They do need to be 8 or older. I would say, the reality is, to me, river cruising with Avalon at least is ideal for teenagers and above. There are some 8-year-olds who it would be perfect for. You have to know your 8-year-old. And, I would say that for a lot of 8-year-olds, it might not be the right trip, but for 8-year-olds who are really culturally interested, sure. For teenagers, I think it's a great way to travel. And our Active and Discovery cruises in particular are where we see, especially in the summer, a lot of families, multi-generational families coming. So our Active and Discovery cruises truly are unique to Avalon. And people hear the word active and they just think, okay, these are active cruises, which they are, but they're also discovery. So it's active and discovery. So what does that mean? It's all of the cooking classes, painting classes, these cultural discoveries and deep immersions into the destination. And along with that, we also have the classic sightseeing. So it's really perfect for a multi-generation trip where everybody gets to pick and choose what they want to do and then come back together on the ship for lunch and dinner. Maybe they all do the same thing. A friend of mine actually from home brought her family, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. Her parents are coming, her kids, they'll all have their own thing to do. They all ended up doing the bike rides and doing the hikes. And so, for a multi-gen, everybody might choose the same things and they might all be active. It just depends on the family.
That's amazing how it really is. And I assume what's that has done is also lower your demographic in terms of age, right?
It absolutely has. And, I think across the river cruise industry, and this is what we've been hearing at this expo, which is such a great event for this industry. So I encourage people who want to get into river cruising, who want to know the industry and grow this part of their business, to come to this event, because it is a great opportunity to learn about all the brands, see all of the ships, learn the difference. But we're hearing that from everyone, that the age is coming down. And so people who have this mindset that river cruising is for a certain demographic, the reality is none of us have gotten away from that demographic. Certainly, river cruising can be a sedentary product if you want it to be, but the reality is that we are seeing a lot more young people coming to river cruising, a younger demographic. So
who can go biking and taking walks.
To do that, and river cruising is a completely engaging way to travel, and we offer all of these engaging, active experiences, and active in terms of hiking and canoeing and kayaking, and active in terms of cooking classes and painting and immersive experiences, which is what I think today's traveler is looking for.
Absolutely, and I think we're a long way from the early days of river cruising when mostly it was European and it was set sign. Then we finally got the influx of Americans, but they were generally older Americans, and now it's really kind of blown out. What's come out of this conference, I think, is that there is a whole new audience for river cruising, right?
Absolutely. And, as you said, back in the original early days, it was a walking tour to see the town, and you went and, everybody did the same tour and went to see the church, quite honestly. That was what sightseeing was on river cruising, and it is so much more than that now.
Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about your travel advisor programs, because, both Globus and Avalon have been kind of revolutionary, I know, in terms of how you pay commission and your other partner programs. But talk a little bit about that. When you work with Avalon, you get all of this. And so talk about those programs.
Absolutely. There was a call from ASTA, I guess about a year ago now, pointing out that as soon as we get paid, advisors should be paid. And we 100% agree with that. And we're really proud to be part of that program and to support that initiative. So if advisors enroll with us and they're host or consortia is also part of that program and can support that. As soon as we get final payment, we are paying commission to our advisor partners. And to us, that's fair, and we agree with that. So we're happy to support that. Zane yesterday put up at the conference a screen of who was part of that. I was backstage, so I didn't get to see the names. I assume our name was on that screen.
I think it was on. I think there was one that I thought was going to be on, and people said, "Why isn't that on?" I think it was a mistake, but yeah, I think you were on. I think. like that.
I'm not sure it was a mistake. If I don't know who you were thinking of, but anyway, we can talk about that when we're done rolling. But yes, we're happy to be the only tour operator and river cruise line both that is doing that and is engaged in that program. So we're really thrilled to be supporting that because it's important. And speaking of final payment, we really want to have fair policies, easy policies for our travel advisor partners. And we went from a huge number of different group policies down to 3 to make it easy. Our final payment is 90 days prior for Avalon. So advisors can very easily, our goal is close the sale, $250 deposit, so that should be an easy conversation with your clients, and then they get to keep their money until 90 days prior when they make final payments. So our goal is that we're easy to do business with. We don't have long hold times, a very experienced call center. We're investing a lot in technology. We have a new travel advisor portal coming. We are refreshing our marketing materials source. It's called The Source to give you, we don't want you to have to reinvent the wheel every time. So we provide great marketing materials you can use if you have a group. Our BDM team across the country is there and available to do consumer nights. We brought cruise directors in during the winter to help do those consumer nights. So traveling the country, we're definitely doing it again. It was such a great turnout that we had this past winter. We're definitely going to invest in that again. And we brought back brochures for...
Yeah, I saw that. And there was like applause in the audience for travel advisors. Yeah.
Yes, and we thought nobody needs brochures anymore, and we did let them go, and then we heard loud and clear from advisors that you still need a printed document to show your travelers. So it's not a consumer piece. It is for travel advisors. It has no pricing, so it is meant for you to use with your customers. The whole back page of it is the call to action is to travel advisors, and the whole back page is why use a travel advisor. So our goal is you can give it to your customers. You can feel confident that they're going to come to you. It's not us marketing to consumers directly.
Fantastic. Sounds like an incredible array of great agent, advisor-friendly policies on top of a great product. So I think you got a winner on both sides. So anything else you want to tell our 125,000 travel advisors out there? A lot of them are suddenly discovering, especially if they come here, and there are a lot of first-time river cruise sellers here, about Avalon and about river cruising.
Well, we definitely are your partner in this, and we want to help you grow your business. So please do reach out to our team of BDMs. There's no reason to wait till next year's River Cruise Expo. Reach out through our travel advisor portal. You can find our BDMs. Take our new GFOB University. I forgot about that. So GFOB's Globus Family Brands. So that's the other new thing coming as we refresh that. Look for our Sweet Rewards rates, which is our FAM program. So you don't have to wait till next year, but if you can, try to join us next year in Vienna, which was just announced.
We just announced it, and I think they already they're almost sold out. You better be careful because everybody was looking at their phones and trying to register right away.
So we are investing big in that. The last 2 years we had 1 ship here. We have 2 this year, and we're going to have 3 next year. So that
you have docking space.
Well, and it means a lot to us too. It's a big investment, but it's also a great return for us. We know that being here and having advisors see Avalon is really important, and having the experience with our crew and feeling what the experience of Avalon is important. So join us. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Well, you got to look for next year's River Cruise Expo. But meanwhile, get in touch with Pam and her team. It's Globus Family Partners is the travel advisor site, but also AvalonWaterways.com. So Pam, it's great to see you as always here.
Thanks.
And it really is amazing how this event has grown and really helped to popularize the sale of river cruising among travel advisors.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thanks everyone for watching.
I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.